This was my puck from last night. It was a lighter roast from Colombian bean, and there just weren't too many splotches. There's like a slight discoloration, but the pucks are really clean. The problem is my darker roast. It's really hard to distinguish anything from the bottom of the puck with a darker roast. So I started the morning off with Robusta, and this didn't pull quite as well. Can't win them all, but it was still a delicious and creamy shot. I want the bottom of the portafilter, or the bottom of the filter basket, to cover all at the same time. So it's a little frustrating that it still comes out sides, then in the middle. It could be worse, but the challenge is trying to figure out how to get it to slow down without creating more problems. So with the lever machine, because the flow rate is really fast at the beginning, it can do that. It can cover, and then in this case, I just held it for a bit. And this turned out to be a delicious shot. It's part of my prep in the morning before a big meeting. The only problem with La Pavone is there isn't much room underneath, so it's kind of hard to take a good recording when you have a cup like the Crew cup here. And then after a long pre-infusion, which I would definitely recommend if you can do it, you usually wait until I've pulled out at least half of the input weight. So in this case, the input weight was 15 grams, so I waited until there was about 8 or 9 grams in the cup. It's a little more than half. And then I ended up doing 60 pulses. So they were small enough that it was kind of hard to see the pulsing. I took the same coffee. This is sourdough processed Arabica. And here, again, the same issue is the coffee starts forming on one side. I thought it might have been the paper filter on top, because I've used the same one for about 2 weeks now. And they usually take a lot longer to clog up. Like a bottom paper filter is a one-use kind of thing. So this is what it looks like on top. So there's clearly some areas where it's lighter, and I'm not sure what that means. I could probably study it by cutting up some pieces and measuring the TDS of it with a little bit of water, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do. So then I put a new one on, and they're really easy to cut. They're actually easier to cut than a circular filter, because even if the tips are a little bit longer on the star, it just bunches up against the filter. So this was the nitro lactic maceration. Beautiful shot. And this one was, the other ones were like 22% extraction yield. This was 20% TDS, 22% extraction yield. So it was pretty ridiculous. Delicious. Ruins all other espresso for me. And I'm shipping books, so come back tomorrow.